trying to try those secret codes to see if we can get that extra life.
Good morning and happy Friday. So we are back with another doji on the daily, which seems to be a trend this week. Price looks pretty bearish as we move into the daily fair value gap on both NQ and ES, so it's right here. We actually closed, oh, sorry, this is the 4 hour. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, so back with another daily doji. Here's our daily fair value gap on both NQ and ES. So as you can see, yesterday we tapped into it, we rejected just at the bottom at the end of the day. And same here, we tapped into it and rejected. So really, we're not sure where price is going to go. We are also sitting with a 4 hour fair value gap above and another one below. So we've got a lot of resistance above and below us, so we're going to see what price wants to do. We'll wait today for the 4 hour close at 10 just to see what that looks like. That 4 hour close will really set the tone for the market, I believe. So I do want to put out a disclaimer. I do subscribe to Alex's Discord channel, but I use his YouTube page because I find I could see price much better. I love and appreciate all your hard work, Alex. And thank you because your setup is amazing. All right, so we actually have some, so we got some 1 hour fair value gaps, but those aren't really my favorite. I like the 4 hour, I like the daily. To find our support and resistance and where we could potentially reject from, or where also we're heading down to. So if we look at the 15-minute, we have some pretty good session liquidity. So we made an Asian high, or we made an Asia low over here at around 9 p.m., but we took that on both NQ and ES. And then we made this here. This was our London high on both NQ and ES, which we also swept. So right now what we're looking at is our pre-market high, our pre-market low. We have a data low, which I really did believe we were coming down for, but it looks like price wants to go the other way. And then if we look over to the left, this is a 1 hour swing low. And then we have another swing low here where we've got a lot of liquidity resting, as I would imagine. Well, let's see. Do we have any 15-minute fair value gaps? Not really. We just have this one above us. Oh, NQ's almost pushed through that, so we'll see. Down to the 5-minute. Let's see what price looks like. So we've been pretty choppy overnight. We did have this big drop here at around 8 a.m. But as you can see, as we came down, sellers and then all these buyers came up. Same again, we tried it again, sellers, we actually came close to closing below that wick, but then all of our buyers came back in and pushed us back up. So that's a pretty good sign that we have a lot of buyers there. I'm not sure if that makes us bullish or not. However, I'm going to stick with no buys on the day as we are within those 4 hour fair value gaps, and we have a daily doji. So we'll just see what price wants to do at market open. We'll see which session liquidity we want to take and then go from there. So moving over to Bookmap, let's see. We had a lot of heat above, but as you can see, within just the last 10 minutes, we seem to have taken it all. As we took those liquidities, we did come up and form new ones as we made this high. So price might want to come back up here, or it might want to come below here. But as we know, when we have heat above and below price, it kind of signals consolidation. So we have to wait until price takes one of those heat waves and then see where it actually wants to go. Are we going to absorb this with buy volume, or are we going to take it with sell volume? So if we look at our levels on Bookmap, so 590, so that is really close to our data low. So we've got some orders sitting there. And then when we look up to 512, We can take a look on the 1 minute, on both.
Yeah, so
512. So that is here, just above this high.
Orders on the book. Wow, if you've seen orders on the book.
So I really like that our session liquidities line up with Bookmap. I find that really helps me, especially to determine a direction and where the market's going to go. As we look over to NQ Bookmap, we have just a couple orders sitting somewhere around here. So as we came up and made this high, we also formed Bookmap liquidity on NQ just as we took it. So we took this high and then all these orders started to pile in. We don't have any orders below price, just a little bit around VWAP. Oh, we're actually printing something right now at 360.
This is a good sign when you see those delta dots getting green as well as orders stacking underneath.
So that, sorry, I was listening to Alex. He's talking about delta dots. So yeah, this could really serve to push the market up. Or we could come down and take that liquidity. It's actually algos. Oh, we can see that line is all the way on this side. So someone really is trying to manipulate price right now.
And basically continue with the upward pressure as long as we have buyers pushing in. But these paper hand people over here, they pulled their orders too soon, so they gave an option for the sellers to come
So let me just take a look at my account here. Today is the last day before my rebill, so I'm down 269, and we are about we are about 269. So down 269 and about another 269 until we blow the account. As I come up closer to my rebill, what I like to do is do a pass or blow. So today I will be sizing a little bit bigger just to really push that. So can I push us above that starting point, or do we have to blow it and start again on Monday? I'm okay with either way, actually. A fresh start is always nice. So yesterday, as you all saw, I finally went in my full size according to my rules because I didn't want to break my rules, but I took a loss. So with my loss, I actually didn't break a rule, but I had a personal execution error, where instead of waiting for the pullback, which I really do, is once we close above that liquidity level with 2 5-minute candles, I like to wait for a pullback to get into the next liquidity. But what I had done was didn't even wait for the pullback. I sent my order and it all came back down on me in one candle. I had to sign out for the day because my son woke up, but had I taken more trades, I actually would have broken a rule. So really grateful that I had a little interference because I was able to keep my rules, and we can keep this 3-day rule streak going, and we'll finish the week off with 4 days of no broken rules. What I've noticed to really help me with sticking to my rules is that I've created discipline in my daily life. So I have a morning routine. Right now it's 9:28 Eastern time, but I get up at around 4:35 and I do a routine. So 6 o'clock, I do some cleaning. I clean until about 7, and then I take my son on a walk. And then we walk for an hour until 8, and then I come home, I make my breakfast, and I do my workouts. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I like to do workouts, and then I put my son to bed. And I found that this routine really helps me keep consistent, because the more consistency that I find in my life is the more consistency that I find in trading. Before, when I was really struggling with sticking to my rules or even making rules, my whole life was just kind of clustered. But now, as I've organized my life and organized my rules, then they all kind of just bleed together. As we create consistency in our daily lives and stick to our discipline and the things that we say we're going to do, then the more trust that we build in ourselves, and the more trust that we build in ourselves in our daily lives allows us to bring this to the charts. So hopefully that helps you. It sucks taking a loss, but it was my own fault, and I'm willing to move on and have a better day. So now market's opening. Let's see what we want to do. Do we want to take this pre-market high or what? So immediately the first thing I'm noticing
Stop ESL
is NQ is printing liquidity.
Let's go.
At 410. So just right above that pre-market high. And if we can look and see on the right that we do have that line closer to the edge, which tells us that that's an algo order. So it's just algo sitting up there, likely used to push the market down, which we do see us dumping now. Yes, very similar, but that white line is closer to the middle, so I would imagine that those are actually just stops there. So 920, very close to our pre-market high. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the first 5 minutes. We're going to chart out our box, see what happens within that 5 minutes, and then we're going to wait for our first 15 minutes, chart out that box, and then see what happens. As we break above or break below, then that's really where I look for my trade is, well, I used to just look for a 1 minute close below, but I've recently been looking for the 5 minute. So a 5 minute close below, and then on the 1 minute, as long as we have displacement and retracement, I like to see retracement back into that 5 or 15 minute opening range paired with a fair value gap. So a 5 minute fair value gap paired with a hammer candle is literally an A+ setup for me. And I find that that works so well. But if we have a 2 or 1, then I'm not too keen on it. But let's just see what happens. So as we can see already, our volume has increased significantly from that 9:30 market open. We were sitting about 800,000, and now we are at the 4 million on ES, and I'm seeing about 6-7 million on NQ. So just watch our volume, watch our candles, and then see what the market presents us today. You can also look at what that data wick looks like on the 15.
Stop NQ sell.
It's not really a wick, it's more of a candle.
Stop NQ sell.
All right, so about a minute ago, right below price at 320. So right here where this little liquidity is, NQ is printing very strong liquidity, 130 orders, which we don't see a lot on NQ. And that line is closer to this side, so it tells us that those are algos sitting there. So are we going to go for those orders or are we going to run away from them? ES2 forming this liquidity here, but I see that white line is closer to this. So that 590 is that data wick. So it looks like we're going to come down for that, but let's just see what happens.
Iceberg NQ buy.
And then again, just another point that what we see, so these liquidities that we marked out, what we see on the charts, as we can confirm that with Bookmap, that really gives us good direction for where the market's going to go. So let's just take a quick look here at our 5 minute. So really, to me, this looks like a pullback. So we came down, we formed that low, and this was tapping into that daily fair value gap again. And we come up, we can't really make any new highs. What about on NQ? Yeah, no new highs. And then we're just kind of dumping. So about another 30 seconds here until our 5 minute opening range is created. So let's just watch for that. Turn on my bracket order. Sometimes I forget. So those orders are still sitting very strong here on NQ. No, it's not there. 325. Right here.
Stop NQ sell.
Oh, okay, we formed that range. Let's mark it out with our little tools. Already that candle, I don't want to say it's neutral because obviously it's a red candle, but we don't really have much direction there. We didn't close
Stop
below
NQ
this one
sell.
or this one, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Stop ES sell. Stop NQ sell.
All right, with CVD, good question. How do you read a CVD?
Okay, so now look, we've got heat above and below price, which tells us
So there's two sides,
consolidation.
there's a left and a right.
So let's
The
see.
right side should always be the last hour.
And NQ did take this liquidity on Bookmap with a really big sell volume.
Oh, yes. Put that back.
Love ads.
Sure, it's the last hour.
All right, so as we're coming down, we're taking the liquidity. Okay, so we took this liquidity, and then now we formed liquidity right here on NQ, another big one.
Between the two cumulative volume deltas.
And yeah, and that white line is closer to the edge, so most likely algo is coming again, but
the last hour is starting to change.
but if we made this one and by algos and then we took it and then we're making this one, it's highly likely we could take that one again. We can also see all these orders piling in here at 590, which does align here with that data low. So, and then 920 coming in. So let's just wait. We got tons of time. I do prefer to take my trade after 10 o'clock because I find that's when the best setups happen. Between 9:30 and 10, the market's kind of just figuring itself out. And while you can get in and hop in on the trend, it's I don't find I have good probability until just a little later in the session. But I do love to watch and see what's going on. So yeah, we're kind of just dancing around here. Sell, buy bubbles. Just going like this. Kind of seeing more buyers, but not quite sure. ES is the same. Like, look at these and look at that. It's kind of the same. So we're really stuck within that consolidation. And we did have a pretty big iceberg order here. Not on NQ, but actually we've had a couple big sell icebergs. Oh, look at this. That is looking pretty perfect as a setup, actually. We are kind of early, though. Oof. Do we have a fair value gap there? No. Let's see. 3 minute, no. 4 minute, no. And definitely not a 5 minute. So don't tempt me with that hammer candle. We do have liquidity below, which is pretty nice, but if there's no fair value gap, it really isn't the best trade. And we could just wait for that 15-minute opening range. Because if we do come and take that data low, we still have liquidity above and below. I'm not going to really stress about that. Because that's a nice candle. But I find that the opening range paired with the fair value gap really is the best. Okay, wait, let's see. Did we form any fives? No, not in market open, not yet. Also, too, what tends to happen is that we start to create that range, so we come up and we come down, and then we tend to want to go the opposite way. But there's a 1 minute here on NQ. But I don't like to take the 1 minute until we get closer to silver bullet hour. Oh, we got a 2 minute. Because that silver bullet really offers us, ooh, and a 3 minute. Oh, that makes me want to break my rules and trade NQ. All right, let's just wait. I stopped trading NQ because I had one account for NQ, one account for ES. I blew the NQ account, and then I did really good with my ES account. So we're just going to stick with ES and keep charting our trades because that gives us data that we can use not only for our confidence, but to really decide which setups are the best. So look, now we have that point of control. So this can serve as resistance to push us down. The point of control on NQ is at 350, so it's just a little higher. It actually aligns with VWAP. So no fair value gaps formed, and as you know, when we do market open and don't form fair value gaps, it makes our trades have lower probability. Yeah, we got nothing. Okay, we did form another 5 minute candle, so let's see what that one looks like. Okay. Not telling us too much. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's pull this out just a little further. And see, look, we closed below on NQ, but nothing on ES. And had I taken that trade, I would have been stopped out. So really grateful I did not. Another thing that I like about pairing the fair value gaps with the 5 or the 15 minute opening range is that you have a really good place for your stop. So I've found as we come in and we touch that fair value gap and we form the hammer candle, putting your stop above that wick just isn't enough because sometimes we do want to come back and retest it. So what I do is I put my stop above that fair value gap, and using that hammer candle paired with the fair value gap gives you a really good sniper entry where you can have a small stop loss. So as we came down here, we had a really big sell bubble, but we had absorption. So we had absorption of the sellers and of the buyers. We had double absorption. So I have no idea what that means. Still means we're likely going to go down for these liquidities here, but... And then that 590. So we have SMT between our CVDs on both. So NQ CVD cumulative volume delta is red, and it's pretty red, like -2560. And then when we look at ES, that CVD is about 800 and then 2249 here. So a little bit of SMT. People are going short on NQ and long on ES. So let's just see how that plays out. And we've got tons of wicks here. Not really looking too good. Another thing is that at 10, we've got orange folder news. But I don't really find that the orange folder news to be like super whiplashy. It more just pushes us in the direction that we're going. So let's just be patient, watch the market, and also feel good. I found...
Here we go. So now we see that the book...
When I sit here and I'm trading and I'm stressed, then I'm more likely to take bad trades versus if I feel relaxed, I sit in a relaxed position. And I'm very objective towards the market. So coming out of a loss yesterday, if I lose today, whatever. But if I win, then I will be happy. Another last thing that I will say about sticking to my rules is that had I full sized my trades Tuesday, Wednesday, my wins would have outshadowed my loss yesterday. So that's why it's very important to have not only consistent rules, consistent habits, but consistent sizing, which is something I've struggled with a lot.
Just until we get a little bit out of this area, and then once we get to
All right, looks like Alex wants to talk a lot today. We love you, Alex. Okay, so we took that data low on NQ. I'm trying to see if there was any bookmap liquidity that lined up with that. No, there wasn't any. But as we're coming up, we're actually printing liquidity at 312, so. Yeah, we printed, we pushed up, we removed the liquidity, now we're going down. So let's see, ES is also at VWAP. So we got both of our ranges here. Let's just see what happens. Where did my noises go? So, okay. Wow. So really big selling on NQ, and I'm seeing some absorption. Don't know where my noises went. And as we hit that absorption, then now we got a pretty nice iceberg coming in. Not really telling us much. We're still sitting between consolidation on these two. So this is a really strong level. We might not want that. We might actually want to come up for this. But we'll see if we can break through VWAP. I find that if our liquidity on Bookmap is really strong, like a really strong line like this, we don't always go for it. Sometimes we go the opposite way. And especially now that we've taken our data low liquidity, that could really push us up. Although we did leave it behind here on ES. But just all these wicks here, really gross. Look, forming a hammer on the 5 minute.
Iceberg and Q buy.
I got antsy, there we go. So about another minute 20 seconds till this 5 minute forms. And then we'll see, are we going to tap into VWAP and then really go down? We seem to have had trouble overnight breaking VWAP. And then we really only just broke it after news, so. Give it 50 seconds to that.
Stop and Q sell.
But this 5 minutes looking a lot nicer. Still no close below. Yeah, we literally just closed at that 5 minute opening range. Let's just watch the 5 minute and see how we close. So as we came down on NQ, about here, now we're forming liquidity here. And it looks like buy stops because that line is closer to this side. So let's just see. Do we want 5890? All right, that 5-minute form, my favorite candle. We got a lovely hammer.
Stop ES sell.
And we even closed below. So let's just take a look at the 1 minute and see what we want to do. So now that we took this data low, we'll just wait for a close below. And then we can delete that level. See, we still got a little liquidity here. And you could tell as we touched into it, all those buyers came in and the candle started moving up. So we'll just see how strong that level is. We can now take a look for more fair value gaps. So kind of forming one here. We'll see how this one goes. Still got 5 minutes on that. 2 minute.
Iceberg NQ buy. Iceberg NQ sell. Absorption NQ sellers.
So look, we took up a sell volume.
Stop NQ sell.
But that data low didn't really provide much of a move up. It was just like, okay, we took it. There's some buyers here. Now let's go back down. It's kind of what I'm seeing on ES2.
Iceberg NQ sell.
Nice move, but we didn't really have any entries. Sometimes I like to take an entry at VWAP, but it's like right in between our range.
Absorption NQ buyers.
We've got some heat coming in on NQ. Just right here. And then right here. Which aligns with our liquidity levels. So let's take a look. Do we have another liquidity level there? Sure, we could. Seems to be rejecting there too.
Stop NQ buy.
We'll see if we close above that. But it'd be really nice if we had retracement. Well, we have displacement, retracement. So let's chart out a little fair value gap. So we got a 2 minute. Not my favorite. Nothing else yet. We got a 5 minute. Well, we're forming a 5 minute. So let me just mark that out. And we'll keep an eye about another minute until we can say that that's formed. But also too, the way that we're really rejecting this could signal a bit of a reversal, but we're just going to wait for that 10 o'clock close. Okay, come back up, come back up. About 40 seconds here until we form that fair value gap. It's not going to be a very good one though with that wick. Let's see what that looks like. So that pre-market low is also the low on the daily, which could tell us a lot. So now that we're coming back up here, that 5 minute fair value gap might just not even exist anymore. So here it is. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. So 5, I don't know. Big wick to the top, big wick to the bottom. What does that tell us? Not a whole lot. Okay. So as we tap in, I'm not really seeing a whole lot here. Okay, we're forming this. 9-7. This really looks like it wants to go down, but after we have taken liquidity, it's really good to let the market show us what we want to do. We are holding pretty big SMT, so if we look at the 5 minute, NQ is coming a lot closer to that pre-market low than ES. Let's take a look at the 15. Looks pretty bearish, but that wick is pretty important. That 9-7 level here could really serve to push us down, because it did form after we took this liquidity. It formed right above. NQ showing a little bit of heat above. Now we're printing on both sides. Let's take another look at the 5 minute. I like to cycle between my time frames because I find that I could get just too stuck on the 1 minute, and that really messes me up. Ooh. That's a nice candle. Well, not really too nice, but it's tapped into that 5. Yeah, it's got a huge wick though. Let's just see if we take that 9-7 level. There's a lot of sells there, so if we take that, then we could be a lot more likely to go down. Okay, about 10 seconds here on this candle close, but then we are coming pretty close to news. Oh, that wasn't a good one at all. Some fair wicks coming out of this zone here. Let's see what NQ looks like. Yeah, but ES looks a little better, as usual. 3 minute. Yeah, okay, let's see. 2 minute. Still rejecting. 1 minute. So really this could be our trade here, but I am just gonna wait. We got about 20 seconds. I didn't see any type of hammer candle. I just kind of saw displacement, retracement. Oh, and then we got another 5 minute in just a second here. 4 seconds. Glad I did not
Stop
get
ES
it.
buy. Sweep NQ buyers.
That would have
Stop NQ buy.
hit my stop
Stop
loss.
NQ buy.
Okay, this might be the trade though. Just seem to be really rejecting out of this area.
Iceberg NQ sell. Stop ES buy.
Okay, so we took it. Now let's just see what we want to do. We want to come down for that pre-market low. We kind of want to push above VWAP. Okay, cycle back to my 5 minute. Take a look. We're going to have to wait a good 4 minutes to see if we close above that fair value gap. But honestly, it's not a very good one with that huge wick to the bottom. And if we consider that this pre-market low is our tap into the daily, then it would make sense that we might want to come up a little bit. No real fives here. It's a 15 look like. Okay, so yeah, so look. Tap into the daily, SMT. We could now see a bullish trend. So if you want to come up to the other side of my box, go ahead. I will take you from here up to there. Okay, let's check our 2 minute. Check out 3 minute. All right, it's 10 o'clock. We can get ready for a trade. So we're gonna have to wait another 2.5 minutes to see if this fair value gap is disrespected, but it kind of looks like it. We can see how our news came out. Oh, it was pretty positive. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you can do this. Oops. Aha, this. It would be really crazy if we form another hammer. I just feel like if I get in here, I really will be guessing. Are we going up? Are we going down? The wicks could tell us down, but as we approach VWAP, we could create wicks and then we could go.
Iceberg NQ sell.
About 100 iceberg order, but pretty big buy bubbles on NQ. So yeah, we're about to close above this for sure. Just another 10 seconds, so I'm gonna delete this. And I don't want to say that candle tells us everything, but that candle tells This is a lot. So yeah, big honker right there. I'm just gonna take one more look at the 5 minute. Okay, 920 coming back. Pretty thick. It's right here.
Oh no, is this like an in the pool party? Can't get in there. I need food. Can't swim while I'm eating. Genius. Tiny bites. The chip will keep you dry. That felt mean and intentional.
Go away, Michael Sarah. That's annoying. Alright, so we took this here. Looks like we took it on bookmap. Or we came up and then we formed it. Let's just see how we want to do it VWAP for NQ. I'm also seeing buy bubbles. One big sell. Which was likely this candle here. If we do want to get in to go up, that is the candle to do so.
Absorption NQ sellers.
Just let NQ come above VWAP.
Stop NQ buy.
I'll buy bubbles. So really looking good to go up. It's just where do we get a good entry? So just waiting. You can either come back to VWAP. Alright, it's looking pretty good. So let's wait till this candle close. And then we'll hold our stop. Somewhere here. Or should we never tapped into that fair value gap? Just looking really nice to go up. Alright, let's get in. Okay, just gonna hold one for now. Where should my stop be? Let's do it somewhere.
Iceberg ES buy.
So 40, how many contracts? Oh,
Stop NQ buy.
big buy. 20 stop. Kind of forming wicks. Let's see. Did we get in at the top? I make that mistake a lot. Okay, so now we're tapping into that 1 minute fair value gap. Oh no, it's not a 1 minute. The 1 minute's down here. We just started a new 5 minute. And we'll see. I'm not too worried. Today's my last day, and if I have to blow my account, I'll blow my account. We'll start again on Monday. Okay, so as we push up, what am I seeing on Bookmap? Mostly buyers. All right, I'm gonna add one more. Okay, so 200. Okay, well that's not good risk to reward. My stop is 200. But that pre-market high. Not good risk to reward. I mean, I could hold it down here. Below VWAP. Let's do that. Anyway, if anybody has any advice for me, I am always willing to listen to advice. Let's take a look at what that 5 minute looks like. And we're stuck between consolidation. So big orders up here, which is our pre-market. And then all of these orders are coming in. Maybe to push price up, but do we really want to guess? So now we're sitting at just above a 1-to-1. Oh, I never checked that 4-hour fair value gap. I don't think we closed below it though, because we never went back for that pre-market low.
Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy.
Oh, I'm not even watching. Okay, so we did close below it on NQ. But I'm not quite sure. Alright, let's see. Woohoo! That's a really nice push. Good job. Good job. So what are we hitting now? Okay, we're coming up to that, coming up to that pre-market high, coming up to the 5-15 minute range. About another minute 20 here until we form a new 5 minute. But it's looking pretty bullish.
Iceberg ES buy.
5 minute fair value gap. What's the 15 looking like? We'll see.
Absorption NQ buyers.
I want to add another one. Oh, big seller. And now NQ coming up here, we have some pretty big sellers. Do I want to hold my position? Those are pretty big sell bubbles. Like that buy bubble is big, but then we have 3 sell ones right after it. So let's just see how we hold this 15 minute range and our 1 minute fair value gap. It could all come back down on us in 1 second though, I know that much. You're forming a wick. It's okay, I'm seeing all these sellers here. It could just be a retracement to come back up here. Let's just see what this next candle holds. Really don't want to go break even because the market does not care about our break even. And too many times have I moved to break even, stopped out, and then it goes right to my target. So if you ask ChatGPT, which I do a lot, is that our trades need room to breathe. Okay, so we're still coming back in with those sellers. This is a nice
Absorption
sign.
ES sellers. Sweep ES buyers.
Okay, so as we tap into this, again, a little further into that fair value gap, if we want to pump, I'm going to add more contracts. Oh. Big buyer. Gonna add one more. Fuck it. Pass or blow. This is the fun. Okay, so we closed above on the 5. If it all comes back on me now, then you guys can laugh at me because I will laugh at myself. Okay, every time we come back into this area, we're seeing pretty good rejection out of it. But depending on what bookmap shows, so seeing some sellers on NQ, just small sell bubbles on ES, which could indicate a bit of a retracement, but that's okay. We've got space within our stop loss to hold for a retracement. Uh, 3 minutes of this next 5 minutes form, but it really is looking like it wants to go down. I don't know.
Absorption ES buyers. Sweep ES sellers.
Oh. Sweep the sellers. Just give it a minute. "30 seconds until this candle closes." Let's see if we can close with a strong bullish candle. But look, we have these sellers and then we have absorption. So I'm kind of still leaning towards holding this. Although we're not making any new highs. So if the next candle comes up and doesn't make a high, then I'm likely to close this out. But with this consolidation and that here, I still feel like a retracement could happen. About a minute, 2 minutes until our next 5 minute candle forms, but let's see what it's looking like. We'll see. Okay, so mostly green bubbles. Here, let's just see. Come back into this range and see what it wants to do. I really feel like it's gonna fall. Oh, big seller. And the sellers are coming in. I'm seeing more sellers on ES. So just give it just another minute. We still have that fair value gap to hold us. And about 50 seconds on our next 5 minute candle. So we could take a look. Kind of forming a wick. 2 wicks. Not the best. Let's see, can we pump above this range? Or are we kind of just stuck here? Because that's the last of this imbalance of where we really fell at 8 a.m. this morning before our news. So not too upset about my entry at all. Actually, I feel like I got in with a pretty decent entry. Okay.
Stop ES buy.
So let's see what we want to do here at this 520 level. I don't want to really front run my TP because that's a, I mean, what's a $1.25 in price? And as we all saw, my last win, we came down, we wicked it, and then we kind of just fucked off. We didn't even take my order, so I had to manually cancel that. Okay, okay, so that 5 minutes formed now. Oh, it's a hammer. All right, let's look at the 15. Looking pretty decent. That's a really big push, but that's also a really big fall, right? We didn't close above, I mean, we closed above the body, but we didn't close above that wick. Did make a new high, though. Alright, you're coming back, you're coming back. Oh, what we should do, take our notes. And then what I'm gonna do on Sunday is I'm gonna host a live and we're gonna do our trade reviews. And then we're gonna go into the next week. Come on. Are you coming for 920 or are we leaving it behind? Okay, it could all turn around on us in 1 second. As we saw yesterday. But look, buyer, not so big. And seeing pretty good buyers and icebergs on NQ, so let's just keep holding this.
Stop NQ sell.
So actually what we could do now is we could trail our stop somewhere here. Just so if it does come back on us that we still have a little bit more. We have some room to work with to take another trade. Okay, so we come back up, big buyer, seller meets the buyer, buyer again, and then we kind of have some small sellers. So to me, it looks like a retracement, and I'm pretty comfortable with my stop. We'd have to break below this fair value gap. Let's see what that 5 minute is looking like. Okay, we got more orders coming in here, so it might really want to come back down. NQ 375. 375, and then somewhere around here, so maybe we'll take that heat or maybe we'll go away from it. The CBD on NQ hasn't flipped at all. We're still have a lot of sell orders, it looks like. Okay, about 50 seconds until we form a new 5 minute. And I guess the question is, are we going for 920? Let's take a look. Still not looking too bad. No 5 minute fair value gaps, just this one here. It's close to VWAP though. Not really too interested in moving my stop to break even yet. Break even stop equals break-even profits. And I have a lot of experience with that one. So if you guys struggle with your break-even, then what we remember is that the market does not care about our break-even stop. The market cares about structure. So that really helped me. I can actually go back and show you my account and show you that I had one whole month of just break-even. Okay, what's going on? We were forming some liquidity and then it was pulled right away. Okay, that 5-minute form. Let's see if we have a wick. Not really. Just kind of looks like a little bit of a pullback. So let's hold strong for our liquidity level. And I'm going to pull a couple runners just to see what NQ does. So it's about less than 200 here because that's just 2, 3, 2. It's just 2. Then once we take this liquidity, we will see if we eat it with buy or sell volume and then move on. Honestly, one thing I love doing is pushing the button. So pretty strong level. As we know, with those strong levels, we could take them or we could run away from them. And this could all turn around on us in 1 second. Well, 1 minute. But we got another 5-minute forming in about 2 minutes here. So we'll just see. This is really looking like it's going to fall, actually. Really looking like it wants to come down. So then what we do is we assess. Mostly green, pretty big green. NQ is big green, little red.
Stop NQ buy.
Another rule I didn't put on my trading rules, but another rule that I have is that I turn off all distractions. So I put my phone in silent mode. And that way I'm not distracted by Instagram or notifications or anything. After the session, I will check Instagram. I'll see what trades Doji took, which trade Scarface took, which trade Trader Joe took, and then see what they align with, because I took my strategies from Scarface with the box, well, the 5 and the 15-minute opening range, break and retest, and then
Stop NQ buy.
I took my other
Sweep
strategy
NQ buyers.
about liquidities, and well, I don't trade the IFVG, but I took that from Doji, so I like to see what he does. Okay, coming up, come on, 920. So just give it a minute, let it do its thing. These candles were once big green candles, and then this is how we close. So within that minute, a lot can happen. And like I said, I really like waiting until a candle close to decide what I'm gonna do. Oh, I don't know if this is good. Yeah, so really still just chopping up on the 1 minute. 2 minute. Don't like that. 4 minute. Yeah, not looking too bad. Okay, new 5 minute. All right, I'm just gonna hold this for now. Don't make me regret that. Get ready to flatten. Because we might not want that liquidity. However, taking the data low could really pump us to the next level, but we'll see. And you know what? Maybe the market does want to go higher. We don't know. When we look at this SMT on the 15, ES did not want that. It did not want that low. It wanted the data low, and then it wanted to pump pretty hard. So still feeling pretty bullish on this one. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. Yeah, and look at these 2 4 hours. So still looking pretty bullish. And then we'll look at my favorite candle, the daily. Okay, we're still a doji. But we could turn into a hammer. It seems like lately my winning trades have been quite the hold. Okay, coming up. So what we do see, not 5920 on Bookmap, I'll have my, I'm looking for this liquidity sweep. So we'll see what happens. We're coming up to it with buy volume. So coming into that level, pretty big buyers. We have an iceberg here and an iceberg here, but this one kind of beats out that one. So let's just see what happens as we come up and take that. And Q has 400, so, but it's not a lot. It's just 24 orders. Did we take it? No, one tick. Last time what I did was I made a squeeze. And, a squeeze between my TP and my take profit. No, my squeeze between my SL and my TP, and it hit my SL, and then I went for my TP. So we're not going to do a squeeze. Actually, what we can do now is we're unlikely to come back for this. So we're going to move all our stops to break even. And just see, because now we've got support with this trend line trending here, and we got this point of control. So we'll make it a break-even stop. These I'll move after we take these. I might just cancel the whole order as we take the take profit, but still could want to come down. So I took my note. Oh, big seller, big seller. Not seeing too much on ES. He came so close. I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, look, we are holding this structure. Did we print another 5 minute? No, we kind of just keep hitting wicks. But I mean, this is a pretty big level if you see how steep that drop was. And since, okay, we took some of the sell orders. We actually took the one right before 20, and now we still have that 20 there. I can see a little bit of white line, so it might be an algo, but we do look like we're going for it. So we held this trend line structure. We could still break it, but we held it. And did we just form our 5 minute? I just looked at it. Yeah, okay. If we come back, we might want some retracement. See what NQ looks like. We're really struggling to close above that 15-minute opening range. 5 and 15. Okay, so this could just want to come back down. It kind of looks like it does. Especially on NQ. ES is more of a choppity, but not seeing too many sellers yet. Let's see, okay, sellers come, buyers come. Let's check out the volume. Pretty even. No consolidation. Austin really would have front run that. Oh, big, huge seller on NQ. Big bubble. But I'm seeing the absorption. So let's actually just take a picture of this and we'll ask ChatGPT. Because we get red squares and we get green squares, and I'm never really quite sure what they mean. Because I'm seeing 151, so sellers come down, and then I'm seeing that square, and it says 151. Okay, well, yeah, the buyers are coming now, so this could be considered a little bit of a turtle soup. So we soup these lows, and then we want to go higher. About another 2 minutes until we have another 5 minute candle. I feel pretty proud of myself always looking at the 5 minute candles, because sometimes I haven't been. I just really get that tunnel vision. So let's see what happens at that 920 level. Do we have another 15? Not yet. Pump it! Okay, so we had another square. Did we take it? Oh, we did take it. Okay, let's watch. What are we taking it with? Absence of volume. NQ finally broke above. I guess that would have been my TP. I still feel like we're gonna take the liquidity though. Yeah, look, this is very strange. We took it, but there's no volume there. In Q, I'm still seeing pretty big buying bubbles. But yeah, look, taking it, nothing. Normally we see either a big green circle or a big red circle. I'm not gonna go in and save any TP right now. We'll just wait till we hit this. Still super close. But I really feel like if we took this and we didn't just immediately drop, then it's likely we're still gonna go up. Now NQ's hitting. Okay, so 400, just above 400, and we've got about 38 orders there. So seller, seeing a bit of a seller. But it's looking pretty clear here. Oh, we made a gap. Okay, oh, 5 minute. Okay, still looking pretty good. Like, look, we got a buyer's hold here. We really held that level. Same with NQ, just above VWAP. It could now the sellers could all come in. And there goes my profits. Was that the move? Oh my god. Somebody please laugh at me. No 5 minute fair value gaps. We have a 15 here, but that's not gonna help me. We still got our structure. What do we want? We don't want that pre-market high. Yeah, that was very weird. Look, we took it with no volume. So maybe that was my signal to exit.
Absorption NQ sellers.
Okay. It's a good noise. Yeah, I'm really seeing a lot of absorption here. So just give it a minute. I could take my $100 and run, but I really like sticking to my rules and holding my TPs. Even though you guys can laugh at me because this technically was the TP, but
From Midas comes the BS-free tire guarantee. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs or replacements and zilch for tire rotations. That's $0 for all that. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Every week, I get hours back while working less. My secret? An AI tool that plans my schedule perfectly. Focus used to be my biggest challenge. I would sit down to work and spend half my time.
Thanks. So, yeah, this all could come down on us. Okay, still holding. That's fucking gay. I should have put my TP where my bookmap level was. Like, look at that. That's $1. Literally 75 cents in price. 3 ticks. 3 ticks. Samaya, what are you doing? Okay, sellers.
Stop NQ buy.
Big buy bubble on NQ. Let's take a look at this 5 minute range. 15 minutes. So we closed above. Not on the 15 though, but on the 5. That's what Scarface is using now. He was just using the 1 minute, but now I watched his new video and he's looking for a 5 minute close and then a break and retest, which we did. Those are not good noises. Alright, we've been in this trade for quite some time. And we have our sellers coming. The market doesn't care of our break-even stop. It could just hit it. There's my dog going crazy. So, did NQ take 400? Yeah. Alright, we got fucked. Actually, I fucked myself. Because I put my TP, like I front run it for the liquidity, but not for the bookmap liquidity. We came right up. Yeah, boing. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, let's see what happens. So I think the signal there was that we came up, we took it, but there was an absence of volume. Just give me 1 second.
Stop ES sell.
Alright, so I have 15 more minutes to trade as per my rules. Let's take one quick look. Well. Good job, Samaya. You made a mistake with your TP, which you tend to do. Alright, let's see what happens at VWAP. But right now, it's a mix of buy and sell on NQ. But I'm seeing mostly sellers on ES, so... And we'll probably see in 1 minute why we don't do break-even stops. Hey, look, this is coming in. This really could push us down. Or we're gonna come and take it. NQ's got one
Absorption NQ buyers.
too. Damn it. Okay, this is exactly why we don't do break-even stops. Now I am feeling kind of annoyed. Could just be a pullback to go back down, but we took those sells. All right, let's go it again. Just give it a minute. See what NQ wants to do.
Absorption NQ buyers.
Okay, big sell bubble. We're just in one contract. But the sellers were absorbed on NQ. I'm not seeing that on ES. Very neutral candle. I don't know if my shoulders are straight. Come on, give us some buy volume. Look, we souped all these lows. Okay, about 20 seconds on this candle. Yeah, this could just be the pullback to go back down. Okay, so take another screenshot.
Stop ES sell.
We can work on our notes. So, actually, you guys can't even see my notes anymore the way I had this all set up. Okay. Oh, it's coming all the way down. With lots of buy volume. I mean, sorry, lots of sell volume. Still really
Absorption ES sellers.
not a structure though. Seller, 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 buyer. Getting really close to my clock out time. I really wanted to make some progress on this account, but I guess it's market doesn't care about your progress or what you want. I could have had progress had I sent 5 contracts and taken my TP here. So I guess we still got some learning to do. Seller, 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 buyer, buyer, buyer. Pretty big buyer, but we have some absorption here. Oh look, it was absorbed with sellers. I'll just give it a minute of VWAP. It really looks like it wants to fall.
Absorption ES buyers.
I guess one thing we can notice is that as we come up, okay, let's just see what happens at VWAP. Check out our 5-minute, not looking good. And Q never hit it. But ES is kind of leading the way today. That's going down. So let's just try this. Because we are on the last day, our pass or blow, I'm gonna hit the reverse button. Yeah, so look, big sell volume, little pullback. What were we seeing earlier? We were seeing little sells on the buy pullbacks. Let's take a quick look at the 4-hour. Oof. Not gonna average down. So what did I hit my stop? Yeah, I think my stop was... I don't know if it would have hit my stop. Okay, we're gonna have to add some more contracts in a second. Okay, let's do it. Okay, if we lose, our account's blown. Oh no, this won't blow our account. Send a couple more. Alright, if we lose this, our account's blown. So, let's just do something like this. Definitely coming for that. If we go up, we're definitely coming for that liquidity. And this is terrible RR, but because it's the last day and it's pass or blow, fuck it. Monday, our account will reset and we can go back to our rules. I guess everyone feels like this, but we really struggle when trading in drawdown because I feel like I have to make up the drawdown. And then after making up the drawdown, then I have to hit my profit target and... All right, let's see. Let's blow this account. See, the market's listening. I don't even know if this will blow it, actually. We might need just a little bit more of a stop. Let's look at those bubbles. So, volume seems the same. On NQ though, we had some pretty big buyers. And just two sellers. And they weren't as big as the buyers. So who knows? We're kind of just hoping right now. But look, as you see, 1 1 1 boom, 1 1 1 boom. Two minutes until I have to sign out, but I can still leave my trade open. Are we gonna take all this and then go back up? So yeah, just seeing sellers. Should I reverse it all? Let's just see what we do at VWAP. Big sellers, big sellers. Don't want to reverse right yet. We still got VWAP here. But this is really not good thinking if we are looking to be profitable traders. This is not how we think and this is not how we act. But because my account is going to reset, let's just say fuck it. Okay, watching the volume. Really watching volume. Really, okay, good buy volume here. Well, good buy volume, what I'm seeing on NQ. Quickly check the phone. But that's not even as good of as a pump as we saw last time. Okay, all I'm seeing are buyers on NQ. But that is not really very strong. Just give it a minute. Okay, one big seller, two big seller. Oh, just one big seller. So ES is showing more sellers, but from what I'm seeing on NQ, it's not looking too bad. The seller coming in. Seller gone. Really neutral volume. I'm not seeing any bubbles. All right, we are past our time. So what do I do? This will blow it. Will it blow it? Let's just put a couple more a little further down. Because now what we're doing is making lower, low, low, high, lower, low. This is a little confusing, but... o'clock, 11:03. Doing, 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 doing. So just going through our consolidation. It's a pretty neutral volume. Still kind of getting ready to hit that reverse button, but I'm not so convinced. We generally have a pretty hard time getting through VWAP depending. Like look, boing, doing, 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 woo, doing, doing, not even that much. So generally once we're over it, tells us a 1, 2, sellers, sellers. The CVD has flipped on NQ, the cumulative volume delta on the 1 hour. We're seeing more longs than sells, but on the short time frame, it is sells still. Consolidation. Okay, so why are we stuck here? We are stuck here because we had our, so bookmap liquidity was here. My TP was here. So 75 cents in price. So 75-cent change in price is what held me back. I don't know if that's greedy or I don't know if it's stubborn. Anyway, if anyone has any comments or if anyone has any advice, I'm very willing to listen. I know Austin Silver would say front run, which is what I did, but I front run the line. This, I front run that. Not the bookmap level. Are we gonna start fresh or are we gonna start a little bit above? Ooh, okay. Come on, Sai, why couldn't you just hit a sell? Why did you have to hit a long? So technically we've broken a rule. I'm just gonna take a quick 5 minutes and we'll return back to see the progress or the demise. Cord underneath my foot. Come on, baby. Oh, what's price telling us now? It's going down. We don't seem to be making any new highs. Buy stacking up here. Sell, sell, sell on NQ. Is it gonna blow me? Guess we'll find out. I think it is. I think it's going down now. Okay, let it take that 1905. Okay, now NQ's hitting VWAP. So, let's give it a minute. I'm only seeing sells on NQ. Sell, sell, sell. Sellers absorbed.
Absorption NQ buyers.
Okay, we took it with sell volume. Do we want to let it just tap us out, or do we want to hit that reverse button? I never hit the reverse button, but I have dreams of hitting it. It's just sells, only sells, and I'm sitting in a buy position. If we were not so close to blowing our account, and today was the last day, then I definitely would not be in this trade. That wasn't too strong of a push from VWAP. Not one buy bubble. Okay, buyers are coming in now. On NQ. I'm just gonna do a quick phone check. Ah, go away. Ah, go away. Ah, okay. But look, nice little trend line down. See what happens as we come up to that trend line. Let's take a look at the 5. Okay, so we came up to the trend line, and now we are coming down. Just give it a minute, though. Okay, CBD, cumulative volume delta now on NQ has flipped to red again. ES is, oof, ES is red. So when we see this, we really could just get a really big candle down. especially if VWAP's been holding for a while, but we haven't had any big moves off of it. We kind of just pump back into the range. Buy, buy, sell, buy, buy, sell. So yeah, we came right up to that trend line. So we need like twice this to blow our account. Okay. You know what?
Stop
the fuck
ES sell.
happened? Oh, I have no idea what happened. I hit the reverse button. Did I hit the reverse button? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I'm trading without a stop loss. Oh. Okay, so we failed to hit that high. We are so close to our drawdown. But that's okay, I'm not too worried. Everything restarts again on Monday, so let's go a little cowboy action. Oh, that sucks about the bracket order. So if it comes to somewhere here, then my account is blown. Hey, why don't I ever get that guy that's like, I will make you a Shopify store for free? That guy's kind of nuts. All right, I'm gonna run and take a peek, and we'll see. Oh. Because really, with that loss now, we need something all the way down here, or down here, to really bring us out of drawdown. All right, I'm gonna run and take a quick pee. One thing I noticed too is that time trading just goes by so fast. I mean, I've been sitting here since 9, so that's 2 hours that just flew by. So yeah, we don't really need much here to blow it. Something like this. So we'll see what the market wants us to do. Are we gonna blow our account? Or Or are we gonna add some more contracts? I know I said I was gonna go to the bathroom. Oh, okay. 312 here. NQ's got some volume. Some orders sitting. It's an algo order. Even if it comes up to this trend line, then my account is blown. Waiting, waiting, waiting. That's, oh, okay. So we had a patch of orders come in, which really pumped us, and then that patch of orders disappeared. I mean, a lot of times if we make a range, we retrace to about 50%, and then we go up, but I want to come to 1907. I think if it comes there, then my account is blown. Seeing heat above on NQ. Seeing bigger buys. Come on, market, do me something. Okay, getting really close. There you go. Done. All right, there's my account. Let me start fresh on Monday. I would like to say thank you all for joining me. Today, just trading, I broke a rule. I traded past 11, so I will be resetting my days till a broken rule, and I'm going to come back on Sunday, and what we will do is we will look at the trades for the week. All right, thank you for joining me. I look